27 years.
Yeah, 27. Because last year is about the birthday of 25.
But I think it was a club before the current owner. It was a jazz club even before
because
that.
In the beginnings in 1970. I remember the show with Johnny Winter and Joe Cocker in Vermont in the beginning.
It was the first show.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I was always under the impression that it went way back and to maybe the 50s at one time.
It's about the other New Morning in the beginning in Switzerland.
Oh, in Switzerland?
In Switzerland.
Oh, okay. Well, that must be what I was...
In the beginning, Madame Farry, the boss, the Mrs. Madame Farry. And in the beginning, you husband in the club in Switzerland.
Yeah.
And after, there was the second club in New Morning to Paris.
Okay. Well, in any case, that's still a nice long run people come out and there's a place for this kind of music to perform,
Yeah.
And when we started our first time, maybe there was half as many people there, and now it's grown for us quite a bit. It's a nice feeling to come back to Paris and to see that we still have a good audience. And we haven't been here for quite a while.
For the promotion, it's good because Dixie France is good job and there's the many papers, magazine for the promotion for the new CD.
Yeah,
and it's very good. The question also, you live in San Francisco. My friend now he is recorded with Carlos Santana. How did you meet Carlos Santana?
Oh, at a big Bay Area music awards show called the Bammies. At one time, I performed at Bammies, and Carlos was there, and we have a friend in common, and he sent some messages to me saying, that
he's a good guy.
Yeah, he said that because someone that was working with his management was managing me at the time, and so I just remember him expressing his interest in helping me a little bit and giving me some advice and which was really cool. It's just a long story short, though. I mean, we've been acquaintances for quite a while, and he's been a good one to advise me, and musically and professionally at times. And we sit around and play guitar together every once in a while, and we live in the same area, and he's a great guy, Carlos, man. It's just I'm really glad to see that he's done so well, because he deserves it. He's one of the real honest musicians, that really brought something original for people to listen to, and he's just got his intentions are in the right place, for a big star like that.
Yeah.
He really does good work. He's donates millions and millions of dollars to
because there's
good causes and charities, and he's got his own organization called the Milagro Foundation that helps children all over the world. And, that's when I grow up, I want to be like that.
Yeah. Alors, for me, I like music. Here's the best memory on stage and in the jam with the musician.
For me?
It's the best in the...
Well, of course, it was with Carlos and BB.
Carlos and BB.
I was on tour with BB King, and Carlos came to sit in, and I was sitting in with BB, and the three of us sat. We're all sitting down, of course, because BB sits, we sit, and so. But that was the most memorable night for me. Yeah, it was awesome.
It's amazing.
I mean, I've had some other really good times playing with my friends like Coco Montoya, and great one time recently with him and Michael Burks was really, really good. And we do a tour right now in the U.S. called the Legendary Rhythm and Blues Review, and it's connected with the Blues Cruise, the Legendary Rhythm and Blues Cruise. I'm involved with that because we always perform on that the last few years, every year. Okay. Once on the West Coast, once on the East Coast, and I put together took some artists from that cruise with me on a tour. Okay. And it's like an old-fashioned music review where my band plays, and then the guest comes up and plays with us. There's 4 artists: Ronnie Baker Brooks, Deanna Bogart, Magic Dick,
yeah,
James Giles band, and me, and my band, of course. And so, at the end of the night, after everybody performs their program, then we come on as all together in a big jam every night. Oh. And that happened the whole tour. And as a matter of fact, I'm doing it in May in the U.S. For about 2 weeks coming up. So some of those jams were really, really good. Yeah. And Ronnie Baker Brooks is a great talent, and Deanna Bogart, a great talent, and Magic Dick is a legend, you know. I mean, he's one of the great.
You now, what do you think the new generation guitar player, the young guitar player, is there the musician you like?
Is there a musician I like?
Yeah, and the new generation?
Yeah, sure. I like Derek Trucks. I like.
You know Anna Popovich?
I do know Anna Popovich. She's quite a guitar player. Yeah. And a really, really great stage performer. Yeah. As far as guitar players go, though, I like.
Kemmo? You know Kemmo?
Of course, I love Kemmo.
Kemmo is beautiful.
Kemmo's just a great songwriter, you know, and then he's a great performer, and really does. He's got that rich, big voice of his, you know, and he plays great guitar as well. There's a guy named Ron Thompson. He's not a young guy, but he's not as well known over here as you would imagine. But he's about the best guitar player I ever heard.
Because I remember there are last years I doing the interview on Mr. Coleman, the drummer of B.B. King, of Albert King. He's lived time to time Paris in USA. And he's talking with me. Say Johnny Lang, Kenny Wayne Shepherd, they are the big bus, they are the big fly for the American tour. And us, we work on the club again. It's them for the music, not the new generation. For the money is very bad business because there are the many black musicians and the problem for to turn because the money when you see the making makers, the musician with Dixie Frogs and all the musicians in every catalog of musician, Tim Duffy is helped every bluesman, all the bluesmen, it's like Taj Mahal, it's like Eric Clapton to give the money because he's too old musician.
Oh yeah, sure.
It's a difference in the new generation. Johnny Lang, I remember the first time the big limousine and it's incredible. And
well, you know, when somebody is successful and they sell a lot of records and make their concerts or become $50, $150 seats or $200 seats, then there's going to be all of that goes with it. That goes with the territory. It's success, and that comes with it, you know. And whether one musician is more deserving of another it's always been the case. That there are great musicians over here that nobody heard about. There's guys over here that are marginally, they're probably pretty talented or have something going on, but they got huge success because all of the things lined up, you know, luck.
Yeah.
Right people and the right talent. They were ready.
Yeah.
They had the right songs and the right people around them. And the whole, it's a business. It's like making anything. It's like selling a new product of shoes. Somebody designs a shoe and it becomes very popular. Somebody designs one, nobody ever buys it.
Exactly.
It's the same thing as music. You know, it's just a business.
Yeah.
So I don't condemn anybody for making it big, and regardless of how talented they are, it's their business. If you know, nobody would turn down the success because they said, maybe I'm not good enough, I shouldn't have this.
Yeah.
Nobody would do that. And there's other people that, but you know, there are some redeeming, there are some balance, some things that balance it out. Like B.B. King, for instance, is very successful. One of the originators, he's one of the original guard, and he's also very wealthy. Buddy Guy is one of the great originators, and he's also very wealthy. And you know, there's been a number of people over the years that have, you know, that have done all right. John Lee Hooker was really well off before he died.
It's normal. It's
Right.
normal.
But then on the other hand, other guys, you know, died broke, and it's everybody's path and everybody's is different. There was a lot of really bad business dealings being done. You know, a lot of people got taken advantage of. A lot of people got, you know, screwed over, and there's a lot of people that it just goes. There's a million different ways for it to happen. And but I like, you know, like for instance, this kid John Mayer. He's a good talent.
Yeah.
He's a very good player, very good soul. You know, you can tell his intentions are right. His music is strong. The songs are great. His talent is.
He's incredible.
He deserves to be where he is. You know.
He sells the records before the show. John. Come on. He's plays the show. And after he'll be back in for to sign the CD is very cool. And bon, as the last question, your projects, this is the summer? Your projects?
This summer is to tour and play a bunch of festivals.
Okay.
We're playing lots of festivals around the
A lot of
US.
festival. Okay.
Music festivals.
American festival or?
Mostly American festivals. We're ending up here after a tour of that took us to Denmark, the UK, Latvia, and Lithuania.
Yeah.
And then back here to Paris. So that's our big European tour this year. Next time we're playing in Belgium. One show, one festival in June, and it didn't work out to find any other work around that. So we're just going there, coming back, and starting a tour of the U.S. again.
Okay.
And then we were talking about maybe coming back here
in Paris.
In November.
November.
Maybe.
Maybe November.
We're talking to our French promoter, Alain Rivet, from Euro Blues.
Okay.
And he's talking about maybe something's going on here for us in November. And we're booked up until that time.
Okay, Tommy.
All right then.
Well,
TommyCastro.com.